Soul friends, welcome back to another video from TheSimSanctuary. Today is a base game tiny home. It's technically 4x4, but not really, since I do make a minor change. I just take two squares out, so I guess you could say it's 4 by, I don't know, but it's basically a 4x4. And it was really challenging, to say the least. I ended up having to figure out some weird things, and all I can say is thank goodness the shrink objects cheat is here. Because I could have done more with shrink objects, but I only did one item, which you'll see a little bit later. But yeah, so this build was a lot of fun. I do want to apologize for not having a lot of builds up the last couple days. I think the last few videos have been random genetics and apartment renovations from VidMe. But yeah, so hopefully more builds will be on the channel in the coming days. But yeah, I've just been working on some things in The Sims, and I've also been dealing with two cats, which I really have to stop talking about because it's like every video I talk about them. So I'm not going to talk too much about them in this video, but yeah, I do hope to be getting back to some, actual builds soon. Which this was, I guess, an actual build. I mean, it's a very small house, but I think it still counts. But yeah, so obviously with a house of this size, there's only, one big room and then the little bathroom. Yeah, I'm 99% sure everything in this house is base game, but every time before I upload the video, I try to check the gallery to make sure it is, and I'm pretty sure I already checked, and I think it is. But yeah, I did a base game build was it a week or 2 weeks ago, which was the cube collection, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And I was inspired to do that by the wonderful channel Dr. Ashley, and she continues to amaze with just phenomenal builds. And I just wanted to do a tiny home because that's kind of how I got my start here, and tiny home base game just felt right for this video, and so I tried to do it, and I think I did pretty well. I really like that floor rug, but I think I forget it. Like, I take it out at one point and I forget to put it back in, so I'm kind of annoyed with myself there. But yeah, so while there are things to fill somebody's needs outside of the house, everything needed to fill needs is inside this 4x4 as well. There's a bed, a table, a TV, a bookshelf, a toilet, a sink, a shower. Basically everything. The only interior thing I don't have is a trash can, which I easily could have probably just used the shrink objects cheat and gotten one in, but I didn't really want to do too much of shrink objects, even though if I was to do a smaller build, I probably would. I also want to thank everyone for helping me get to 160 subscribers. I know I say this with every milestone, but I never imagined possibly hitting a number like that, and all your continued support is so welcome, and it really makes me happy to continue doing these videos, because there's so many wonderful people out there, and there's I'd say some real friends that I've made through this, and that's the kind of stuff that I didn't anticipate when I started this, and I just really want to thank you all. And if you're new to the channel and you want to join, then definitely hit the red button. But there's still some build to go, so if you need some more time to see, then listen to me ramble for a bit. I do want to apologize for my voice. Like right before filming, like my nose just started running, and I have a deviated septum. Well, not like a really bad deviated septum, but like I have an issue where mucus just like automatically, or snot automatically goes back, which sounds really disgusting and it's like TMI, but it really affects like my voice sometimes. But I get nosebleeds a lot, typically during summer and stuff. But I had one of my nostrils cauterized when I was in high school because on the first day of my junior year of high school, I was sitting in my fourth period class. It was a theater class with, people I didn't know, but theater was something I really wanted to do. And I was sitting in class and I felt like my nose was running and I didn't have any tissue. So, I did that thing where you like kind of hold your hand to your nose and kind of like tap it. And I immediately looked and there was blood on my hand. And then it kind of just came out as, as a bloody nose does. And I had to raise my hand and ask my teacher, who had never met me before, if I could run to the bathroom and get some paper towels. To which I ran to the bathroom, went to grab the paper towels, and found out my school did not have paper towels. And so then I had to run to the office, which was on the other side of campus, where I ran into a bunch of my friends, and that was very awkward. And yeah, so that was like my first day of junior year. And then later that year, I got my one of my nostrils cauterized, I should say. And I went out with some friends afterwards, and I just started sneezing out of the blue, and I couldn't stop sneezing, because they like do like a chemical swab, or they did a chemical swab for that, and it wasn't fun. It was a miserable couple days. I think I even missed the day after that because it was so annoying, because it was like burning my nose. But I wish I could say the nosebleeds in that nostril had stopped after that, because I was told that, if I didn't have a deviated septum, which they didn't believe I did, that the nosebleeds would stop with the cauterization. But they came back about a year later, not even a year later, like 6 months later. And so I never got the other one done because it didn't make sense. But so that was kind of a fun story about embarrassing high school experiences. But as you can see, this build is wrapping up, and the screenshots have probably gone by. So I just want to thank you so much for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed it, then I'll definitely see you next time. Bye.